Oh, my face. Oh, my body. Oh, my spirit.
That I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating black men. I am so tired of the lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement, the lack of money. My interest in dating another black man is like 1% at this point.
I just want to know why she made the exact same video I made like 2.5 years ago, but when I do it and I make generalizations about black women and I say that I don't want to date black women, I'm the bad guy. But she can do that to black men, and the comments are so supportive, agreeing about all the generalizations, saying that black men are broke, that they lack the emotional maturity. But when I say that black women are loud and mean, I'm the bad guy?
Okay, so I seen this on the internet, and I'm just a little confused here. Because this person basically says that the Kardashians are racist because of the way that they organize their shelves. And I continue to read the article, like we all should all of the time. And the more I read just made it so much worse. Anti-messness, pro-niceness stance is a history of classist, racist, and sexist. So, just so I'm not confusing anything, I just want to make sure that I'm understanding this right. Being clean is racist. And the Kardashians being white would imply that their racism would apply to anyone who's not white. What I'm getting at is the article makes it seem like black people are dirty. Like, I don't know how else to take that. Okay, Liberal IsBe here, and I've seen this article, and it basically says that this trans influencer says that she doesn't tell men that she's trans unless they want to date her. Basically, she got the bottom surgery, she looks 100% authentic, and so when she goes around to clubs and different things like that, she will actively sleep with men who are willing, and she doesn't tell them that she is a transgender. And honestly, I'm okay with this. Because the thing is, she said that she's willing to tell them if they are willing to date her. And I think that that's fine. Since she is presenting as a woman, there's no need for her to go into her past just to sleep with men, especially if their only intention is to sleep with her. Why do they need to know all of her history? I know there's going to be people who are like, well, that's false intentions. Not really, because again, they're just trying to sleep with her. It is just physical attraction. There is nothing false. Liberal IsBe here, and I've seen this article, and it basically says...
So that video basically went out. I thought it was going to go with a lot of people disagreeing with me due to the fact that most of my audience on this account are either right-leaning, or a lot of my mutuals are right-leaning, or, you know, right-sided in general. But this is one of the issues that I'm actually very left with. And this video is basically going to be a response to the two main arguments that I see when it comes to this issue. The biggest and what I think is the stupidest argument is, what about people with STD? And the reason why it's stupid is because, come here, you can't catch trans. I know, it was shocking to me too, but an STD can drastically change your life beyond unreasonable measures, okay? It can kill you. You can't get killed by trans. So I don't even consider that one an argument. I consider that's just idiocracy. But the one that I see that has more validity to it is they think that they're sleeping with women, and it turns out they're sleeping with men. Now, of course, for this to be true, you have to consider trans individuals men, which a lot of people do. That's not what this video is about. This video is about the terrible argument that this is. Because you're not trying to sleep with a woman or a man or whoever. You're trying to sleep with that individual that you are attracted to. So if you go to a bar and you try to sleep with anybody here, and you only stop because you go, holy fish paste, that's a guy, because you realize that they used to look like this, guess what? You're still attracted to everybody here. And if your only goal is to sleep with them, it doesn't matter if you're actually attracted to them personally. It matters if you're physically attracted to them. which is what this influencer was saying. She was like, if they want to date her, she'll tell them, but if you're just looking to have some fun, she doesn't need to tell you. If you went to a bar and you're heavily against smoking and you hooked up with somebody who's a big smoker, you're still physically attracted to that person, you're just not mentally. Hell, if you went to a bar and you saw a liberal woman that's super attractive, guess what? You're probably not going to talk politics at a bar if you're trying to sleep with her. And for the argument of, well, I'm not attracted to men, I'm only attracted to women. If you're telling me that you're more attracted to these two individuals than these three, I think you might want to look deeper. So I saw this, and it turns out that the righteous don't know what they want. Because this is a Calvin Klein ad that features two people. One of them is a plus-size woman, and the other is a transsexual man. Meaning that this is a biological woman. And a lot of right-sided people are like, why are they on the ad? That's not fair. This is exactly who you want on the ad. This is a biological woman. Therefore, by conservative standards, should be on the ad. Why are you getting upset about this? This is what you want in society. Liberal IsBe here, and so I seen this on the internet. Basically, someone complaining that humans are the only species in the entire world that change their gender. No other animal defines themselves into the trans or LGBT or whatever. And so I found this list of 11 animals that do in fact change their sex because I like confrontation. And starting with the most obvious one, clownfish. I think we all know clownfish. They travel with really only one female, and when that female dies, the oldest male in the pack will then change their sex into a female and then, you know, be the female for the group. Next up is the hawkfish, another fish, and basically when the group has too many females, the male will get overwhelmed, and so the largest female in the group will then change into a male, essentially to help them out, and you know, they'll split off and make their own little groups. The third one is the sea bass, and the sea bass is a very large, very scattered population, so they will change based on the population that is currently around them. And the last fish on this list is the hump bass. I don't even know how to say that, but it's another fish, and after age 9 they are able to change their gender at will, basically, like I said, to help the population of them in their surrounding area. But it's not only fish that are able to do this. The banana slug is able to do this because they are both born with male and female parts. And while they can self-inseminate, they usually prefer to do it with a partner that way. And like I said, they can do in whichever way they feel like it. Butterflies are also able to do this, and as you can see in this picture, it's actually very visible when they do. You can see the half female, half male versions of themselves. And hopefully there are no transphobic Arizona fans here, because cardinals are also able to change their gender. Similar with the butterflies, you can visibly see it in their patterns of their color. Frogs are another one. I think this is one that we all know, similar to the clownfish. We all know that they can change at will depending on their environment. Next, they put up the cobra snake on here, and cobra snakes are asexual. Female cobra snakes can basically, you know, inseminate themselves and produce that way, which technically makes them part of the LGBTQ. If you go further down the line, there's an A, which is asexual. And bearded dragons, this one's a little iffy. They change while they're in their egg. They're able to basically stop the process of becoming a, you know, male and go back into being a female before they hatch. And technically humans do this too. When you're in, you know, the womb, you start out as a female and then you grow the male part. So does this count? And the last one on this list is the green sea turtle, which I did not know, but sea turtles, they change their gender based off of the temperature before they hatch though, so I don't think that that counts personally. But what do you guys think? This was just a fun list that I found. What do you guys think?
Top 3 bands for men: Brunello Cucinelli, Keaton.
I was curious because I had never heard any of those brands before. Now I realize why. $330 for a tie? Oh, it gets worse. Don't worry, it gets worse. $340 for perfume. The perfume is more expensive than the tie. I'm sorry, is that shirt the same price as my car? Who is paying $1,000 for a belt? Let's take a guess. How much is this long sleeve shirt? If you ended up guessing my entire bi-weekly paycheck, then yeah. How about this? This nice t-shirt. It's got the 3 buttons on it. Looks very nice. What do you think it is? If you said anything less than $1,000, have you been paying attention to this video? So I seen this article of the top 10 happiest cities in America. And I was very confused because, as you can see here, number 7 is Columbia. I don't know if anyone knows anything about the state of Maryland. But Maryland contains the city of Baltimore, which is always in the top 5 most dangerous cities of America in pretty much any list that you find. Columbia and Baltimore are 30 minutes away from each other. Maybe Columbia is just happy that they're not Baltimore. I don't know.
Because I'm not like a smart person or anything. But, so scientists are trying to bring back the woolly mammoth for some reason. And part of the reason is because it'll help fight climate change. And they plan to put it in the same ecosystem it used to live in. Now, I don't know anything about the dinosaurs because I wasn't there. But I am 94% sure that their ecosystem no longer exists due to the fact that, you know, there's no ice or dinosaurs or the things that they used to eat. The oxygen and atmosphere is probably very different than it was 100 billion years ago. And also, the most important question, how does bringing another animal help fight climate change? Like, how do you change an ecosystem and make that better for the ecosystem?
So I seen this on the internet and it made me very upset because this 4-year-old girl suffered 2nd-degree burns in her stomach from her chicken nuggets that came in her Happy Meal. And all of the comments were like, this is stupid. Why do people get to sue for money? Blah, 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 blah. Has it been so long where we forgot about her? Has it gotten to a point in society where she is no longer relevant to society? I mean, this court case is like one of the most important civil lawsuits of modern day. Was it because this happened before the internet was a big deal? Is that what it is? Like, I don't know. I hope that little girl is okay, and I hope that that family ends up getting all the reparations they need, because clearly McDonald's has a habit.
Okay, so tell me why I seen this on the internet, and it says that reusable water bottles hold more bacteria than a toilet seat. And then I go and I read the article instead of just getting mad at a headline like many of you do. And I see that it says only if you don't clean them regularly. Which one of you dirty heathens is not cleaning your water bottles after use? Do I need to stop going over to people's houses because they're not cleaning their dishes? Like, who doesn't clean the...
Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this particular video. If you liked it, make sure you guys go over to my TikTok at CallMeIsBe, where I make so many more videos. I mean, this was just the tip of the iceberg, and these videos were recorded all the way back in June. But please make sure you go over there and follow the CallMeIsBe TikTok so you can get these videos as soon as I upload them. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel to watch gaming videos, behind the scenes stuff, more compilations from both TikTok and Twitch. Make sure you go subscribe to the main channel, CallMeIsBe, where I talk about movies, TV shows, and all that good stuff. Follow the gram, follow the X, and as always, my name is Dion, but you can call me Isbe, and I'm out.